for this. And then the rest of them, you guys will just, I'll try to answer the best I can. 3 minus 6 plus 3 divided by 6 plus I. Ladies and gentlemen, when we're doing a problem like this, Jonathan, what we're going to do is, again, you same thing. You want to get rid of this I, right? So the idea for you guys would be to multiply by I. But the problem is you're now multiplying I times an expression. So you have to apply the distributive property. So when you do that, you get 3i. This is wrong, by the way, so you don't need to write it down. When you multiply that out, you get 3i divided by 6i plus I squared. So what I'm trying to have you understand, Jake, without interrupting anybody else, if you don't want to do it, that's fine. But what I want you guys to understand is, yay, when I multiply by I get I squared, right, which is going to eliminate. But I have to multiply the I times the 6 as well. So I'm still going to have an I in the denominator. So when you have a binomial or an expression in your denominator, you cannot multiply it just by I, Jacob. It's not going to work. What we have to do is multiply by what we call the complex conjugate. And you are going to want to know that word, complex conjugate. And what the complex conjugate is the exact same expression, but now with the exact same values, but instead of being positive, it's going to be negative. And if your original expression was negative, then your complex conjugate would be positive. So now, okay, so now what we're going to do is you're going to multiply. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times negative I is a negative 3i. Divided by. Now here, you can use the box method if you want to. However, I hope you guys would get used to knowing the difference of two squares. 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times I is 6i. 6 times negative I is negative 6i. Negative I times I is a negative I squared.
Wow.
OK? Now, do you guys see that 6i plus negative 6i goes to 0i, which is just 0? So I have 36 minus I squared. Well, what's I squared?
1, negative 1.
And what is negative? 37. So therefore, this is divided by 37. OK? Now, if you guys remember, though, this 37 divides into both of those numbers, right? As well as this needs to be in the form of a plus bi. You need to have your real number and your imaginary, the real and the imaginary part. This is not broken up into two parts. So you're going to want to rewrite it as 18 over 37 minus 3i over 37. Now you have your real and your imaginary.
So 18 minus 3, which is 15i over 37?
No, because